It has been a little while since the last Mailtime video and also the Webshop update, so I figured why not do it. Of course, because there wasn't really all that much mail that came in, so there wasn't really anything to show for Mailtime. But then recently that changed and IXO Collections sent me one of their new kits. This is a 1:8 scale, like the one that I've built in the past, the Peugeot 205. It is a full metal kit with plastic parts, carpet, details, everything you can think of, opening doors, fully detailed engine bay, chassis, working suspension, you name it, it probably has it. Now these are pre-painted, as you could have seen in the video that I did for the Peugeot. It is on the channel, so watch that as well. Of course, I did the Mustang. This one is a bit custom. I repainted the interior and exterior, and of course also recently I finished the Cobra. And now of course it is time for this one. It is pre-painted in a cream white. I think it really suits the car and I'm going to be leaving it. And the interior is a sort of red, darker reddish. I'm also going to be leaving that. I might be changing a couple of details here and there, adding some carpet if it needs it, repainting a couple of parts, and that's pretty much it. Now I did think of doing some different wheels. I'm not really sure what design yet, and of course I need some help in designing those, but I could print them. So if you have any suggestions for wheels or any other small custom parts or touches for this build, leave a comment down below. Much appreciated, of course. Now, not only do I have this one from IXO, I also still have the Porsche 917. I finished the engine and now have been collecting many parts in the meantime. Every month I'm getting a package with some new parts here and there. And I will be updating that pretty soon. I think I can show a substantial step in progress for the chassis itself. But until that time, just a little bit more patience. Another project is, of course, the Jaguar E-Type. I haven't started on this one. My wife did get started on one of the wheels because she wanted to do that for some reason. So you gotta give him something, I guess. I do like the tan interior, so I'm keeping that. I'm not really sure on the red exterior, so I might be repainting that in a dark metallic gray. But again, for this one, let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions. Of course, in the background, I have still been working hard on the Pagani, and it is almost finished. These 4 parts are the final ones. The clear coat is drying on them, and once those are put on, it is pretty much finished, as you can see right there. And that's pretty much all that I'm going to show. That video will be uploaded in a couple of days as soon as those parts dry and I finish the assembly on that. In the meantime, I also got another printer in. I promised I wouldn't be doing much more of those, but this one was pretty interesting and I had some pretty cool ideas that I could incorporate into the scale modeling side of things. So I have been working on that. It has been set up here in the kitchen and it is hard at work with one of my super intricate custom designs. So a video for that will probably be coming in the next couple of days, maybe even weeks. That's pretty much it for Mailtime, so let's hop downstairs to see what changed in the Scale Modeling Channel Webshop warehouse. Now, if me walking downstairs doesn't excite you, I don't know what does. So the first major thing that changed is a bit of reorganization in the warehouse itself. I have put up some of these racks against the wall to sort the Tamiya stuff out, and also the new Mr. Hobby assortment. It used to be right over there, but that was a bit cramped and basically was about half, maybe even 2/3 not enough space. So this one really sorts that out nicely. Everything is nice and organized. And again, everything, of course, is in the web shop. So if you are interested in these items, they are on there, the scalemodelingchannel.shop. So the new items that were added are from Mr. Hobby. I added a couple of their airbrushes, the ones that I use myself, a couple of parts holders to make it a lot easier to paint, some of their scribers and different thicknesses of scribing needles as well. And of course the rest of the Tamiya assortment. Some sandpaper has been added too. Various grits have been available from Tamiya, but they are now available as well from Mr. Hobby. And they also have some pre-cut strips as well, which is really easy. You just take one of the strips out and you're pretty much ready to go. No tearing needed whatsoever. So I'm not sure if this was mentioned in the last update, but we also have the full Tamiya X colors available as well. These are their acrylic paints and their lacquer paints as well. The full assortment is available from both. I am trying to keep stock up as good as possible, but it is sometimes really hard for these to be available, and I can't really add them if they're not available, but I'm on top of it if they are out of stock. For the rest of the warehouse, there is no real difference as far as brands being added. Everything you have seen in the last videos has been here, but they have been expanded. So as you can see, for the Aoshima, it was one cabinet and now it is almost two. So there have been a lot of kits that have been re-released or made available again, and they are now all in stock, so feel free to check that out on the website as well. Same goes for Fujimi. That was one cabinet or not even, I think, and now it is one full cabinet almost. So there are a lot of kits added there too. Some other brands in the middle have been updated with a couple of new available items, and they are all on the website. The Vallejo rack that is now over there used to be over there, but with the rack there on the side, it wasn't really all that accessible for those items, so I just decided to move it over next to the evergreen rack. All of the scale production items are put over here. They are now all on the website, so feel free to check those out as well. Number 5 is still where it came in. When it came in, still sorted out pretty nicely, and I hope to be adding some more colors to that as well in the very near future. From Streetblisters, there was another shipment that came in a couple of weeks ago. A lot of new colors have been added. We pretty much have the full range available on the website, apart from a couple of new colors here and there, but most of it is there, and if it's not, it will be coming pretty soon. So for Splash, I did a video about a week ago for some of the reorganization here. I'm pretty sure not many of you have seen the video, as it is about laser cutting and nobody really cares about that. So that's fine. I really enjoyed making the video as I had a small problem here. These paints take up quite a lot of space. I have some pretty decently deep shelves, and there is some dead space over there with the way they come in the standard Splash boxes. They are nicely labeled, so that is a good thing, but they just take up too much space, at least twice the amount of space they need to in the width. So I just made a custom design for some cardboard. Figured I could also recycle a bit of the old cardboard that comes in here and I can't use for anything else. So I simply just cut out some new shapes, glued them all together, and now have them nicely organized and am able to put a lot more paints on one shelf. And eventually, when all of them are done, I have a couple of free shelves full of empty space for more other stuff to come too. I will be doing another sort of custom solution for the Streetblister paints as well eventually in the future, but I still have to figure out a bit of a method to do that. And that, of course, is all done over here. Now, one of the final things that I did want to mention is back upstairs, so a couple seconds. With me now completely out of breath, the next project after the Pagani is going to be from Alfa Model. I have various of their kits available to me. I was thinking about the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Would like some color suggestions, so feel free to leave those in the comments below. However, if you'd want to see any of their other kits, rather instead of that Alfa Romeo, also let me know. I have multiple to choose from. So that's it for this update. See you guys next time.